Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Will. Thanks for joining me today in the workshop. Today on the lathe I have a nice little piece of Irish yew. So I'm going to turn a hollow form, but it'll be sort of emerging from a piece of live edge here. So yeah, piece of Irish yew. It's 9 inches by 5 inches. So this section here is going to be a hollow form, but it's going to be turned. I'm going to leave a section here live edge, so it'll be just like the hollow form is emerging from the live edge piece. I watched a video on YouTube the other day, and I actually seen two different people doing it, but for the life of me I can't remember the names. If I do think of them, I'll stick a link to their channel in the description below. So yeah, so I'm going to form a tenon here. I'm going to use my bigger jaws. So yeah, so I'm going to put a tenon on, and I can round. I'm going to leave a section here live edge, and the hollow form then will be emerging out of this. So I can round off this section as well. So I'll crack on and get that done, and we'll take a look at the piece then. So I'll start off using a 10mm beating and parting tool. It's just a little bit stronger because this is a little bit out of round. I've just got 700 RPM, so I'm starting to wobble a little bit there, so I'll just knock it back a little. So yeah, just a pip under 7, so loads. So I have my caliper set. Oh, that was a good guess. So now, all nice and secure in the chuck. So as I said, I'm going to leave a live edge piece, so I'm just going to define my cut-off point here. So that's where I'll be parting off. So I want to leave a section here live edge, so maybe I want to leave it nice and chunky, so somewhere there, give or take a little bit. So now down to good wood all the way along. So I'm going to round up this section here, take away all of this bulk material that I don't need, and I'll take a look at what sort of a shape. So I'll probably, some of this bark might stay, some of it might come off, a couple of little cracks, but that only goes in a little short ways. So yeah, get it rounded. So I'm just switching over to 1-inch spindle roughing gouge. So now I'm going to crack on with the shape. As you see, it's got some beautiful colours in it, some beautiful purple and some lovely bands of pip in it also, and some of the nice white cambium there stayed on here, but there is a flat spot, so some of that might go, but hopefully a little bit will stay on. And I'll be leaving the live edge, so I'm just going to start shaping it in a bit. I haven't really anything in mind other than just a simple vase shape, so maybe that idea might transform a bit as I get a little further along. So I'll start removing some of the wood and see what happens. So you can I get a little bit more speed? So I've just got 1,000 RPM there, which is loads. Yeah, so from about this section here, I'll taper it right in to there, but that'll be the finished shape. So, but as I said, I want to leave a bit of strong material here, just sort of support the hollowing. Yeah, so I'm liking the shape so far. I will take this in a little bit narrower, and obviously this will be coming in narrower as well. I'll take the bottom of it into about 2 inches, so that'll be done last. So I'm going to focus more on the neck section here, and then I'm going to get it hollowed out. I'll take this in a little bit smaller. I'm just going to switch over to a 1/2 inch spindle gouge. Yeah, I'm liking that thickness there now. So I do have a couple of little cracks here, but it only goes in a little way, so I might take another little pass off of that, see can I get rid of it. Yeah, so that has taken the crack away. This lovely band of purple has stayed, which is nice. So I'm going to get this hollowed out now before I start refining the shape anymore. Right, so I'm just going to start by throwing up the opening here. So now that flattened off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drill down with a Forstner bit. Be the quickest way for me to remove some of that material. I just drill in with the smaller bit first. So I'm drilling at about 450 RPM. So I've gone down all the way with my Forstner bit. So I better just mark how far down I did go. Somewhere there. So now I can start hollowing it out. I'll start by flaring in the opening first. It's starting to chatter a bit because I'm a long way from the headstock. So I'll try it for a while and see if it starts to vibrate too much. I'll stick the steady rest on. So I'm happy with the rim section here. So I just want to start hollowing it out a bit now. So I'm just going to switch over to little swan neck. Take the tool rest back a bit. Using the swan neck, the flat part of the bar should always be over the tool rest, not there, because if you have it there when it engages the wood, it's just going to flip down, so which can give you a bit of a catch. So I've undercut the rim now with the hook or the swan neck just into the thickness I want, so just to taper it down a bit. So I'll switch over to a slightly heavier tool. So now I'm just switched over to the Easywood Pro Hollower, so that will allow me to get right down. So I still have another good 3/4 of an inch of material. So I'll go a little bit more. So I've just got a high spot here. I can feel it with I can actually see it with the calipers. So that will have to go. So now that's the inside all hollowed out, so I'm just going to give it a little rub of the negative rake scraper. This is the Simon Hope one. So just to clean out a couple of little tool marks on the inside. So now that is cleaned up quite nice in there now. So now just going to start refining this shape a little bit more. As I said, I scraped the inside, so it's not too bad, as far down as I can feel anyway. So yeah, I'll shape this a little bit more. I want to take this neck in a little bit narrower because I have a little bit to spare there. So I'm quite pleased now with this section that it's the right shape and thickness that I want. So now work my way down. I'm loving this band of purple colour. Just going to get my calipers now and just check what I am like for thickness. So yeah, I've just a little over, camera's not picking it up in this edge, I've a little over 1/4 of an inch all the way from here down. So I'm happy to leave that. And I have gone down to there. So that's as far down as I've hollowed. So as I was turning in this section here, you can see I left, the camera's not picking up, but I've left like a little fillet here. I'll have a change to this one, maybe you can see it. I've left like this little fillet. I'm liking it. So I might just make it a little bit smaller and leave it. I think it looks quite nice, so I'm going to give this a little scrape as well first, just to clean it up a bit. So just a little 1-inch shear scraper. So that cleaned that up really good. I'm glad this little bit of white cambium stayed on as well. So I'm just going to do a clean cut here. So I've just made that little fillet a bit smaller, so I think maybe I'll go smaller again. I don't want it too big. So this face here cleaned up quite nice. I have one little patch of torn grain here. I think that's where I originally went in with the parting tool, tore it out a bit. So I'll just take another slight cut there. And that has done the job. Just a tiny little bit, but it's not too bad. So now back to this fillet. Now I think that looks quite nice. Or does it? Just wondering how much material I have left. So just 1/4 of an inch all the way down. It's actually a little bit wider here, so I'm thinking maybe I might flare this in just a tiny little bit more. Now I'm happy. It just has this very slight little curve just in there now. It was a little bit straight, so happy. So I'm going to get it sanded now. So now that's the piece all sanded. I sanded up to 400 grit. It sanded up really well. The inside, as it's a bit of a pain to sand, I sanded in as far as I could, as best I could. But yeah, I'm happy with the result. So, time for a finish. I'm going to use my one of my usual finishes. I think I'm going to oil it. Just citrus varnishing oil will just bring out all that beautiful colour in the wood. So I'll just get set up for that and get a bit of finish on. So now here's the finish I'm using. Citrus varnishing oil from Hampshire Sheen. That colour is gorgeous in that wood, really is. The grain is really tight here. In less than an inch there's probably over 40 growth rings. We're so lucky here in Ireland. Yew grows everywhere here, really. I took most of the bark off. Well, most of the bark fell off, so I took the last little piece off. There was just a bit from there to there, so I said I might as well go. I think it doesn't look any worse for taking it off. I just get the oil in as far as I can with my fingers, and off camera I get a brush and put it in the bottom. We'll get most of it done. Now we'll just bring up a bit of, or we'll turn on the lathe and bring it up to speed, and just with the same piece of paper towel, we'll just burnish that oil into the wood, build up a little bit of heat. And over the next day or two I'll get another coat. Now just get a clean piece now and dry it off. Oh, that came up really good. So there we have it, just out of the chuck, first coat of oil on, and wow did it make that wood pop. I'm absolutely chuffed. The colour in this is absolutely amazing. So the fillet, I wasn't quite sure about leaving it, but it's sort of growing on me. I'll take that tenon off and I'll sand the base and get a coat of oil on it. I'll leave it, let this cure tonight, and I'll get another coat of oil on it tomorrow, and I'll get a little brush and do the inside. And that'll be the piece finished. But as I said, I'll take a few more photographs and stick them up at the end. So anyway guys, hope you enjoyed the process, and if you did, tap that like and maybe hit the subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I pop out a video once a week if I can, and also leave me a comment and let me know what you think, and I shall catch you all on the next one. So take care, bye for now.